Hi, my name's John. This is my colleague Ian. We both work at Go Outdoors and have done for many years, haven't we, Ian?
We have.
When you invest in outdoor clothing that's highly breathable and wicks moisture really well and keeps water out, if you wear the wrong stuff underneath, and the wrong stuff is cotton, what that does is it really absorbs and holds onto moisture and doesn't relinquish it. So it slows down the performance of your expensive, clever outer garments. And this garment is new to the market. Well, it's been around for 24 months, but it does something that it's particularly clever. It's called MeCo. They've blended finest merino with Kokona. Now, Kokona is a polyester fabric that's been treated with a chemical that comes from the husks of coconuts, which causes it to A, not smell, and B, transport more water across its surface very quickly. So this is kind of the perfect solution, really, in that it's got the warmth of the wool, it feels really nice, it won't smell, but it will wick and dry quickly. Now, it's not cheap. This is, Ian, how much?
£48, so $43.20 with the discount card.
Right, so that's a big investment for a base layer. I mean, you can buy base layers from sort of less than a tenner, and polyester, polypropylene base layers, they all work well. As long as it's not cotton, it'll work well. So this is a considerable, for me, this is a considerable sort of investment. But what you've got is you've got a garment that works very well and will just last and last and last and last and last. And if you're skiing or mountaineering or hill walking, this is great. But actually, if you're going traveling around the world and you want a couple of simple garments that'll keep you warm, keep you fresh, you don't have to wash them every day, Merino and MeCo particularly make a very good investment. So let me just talk about a few design features of this. You can see that Ian is obviously, he obviously works out. You're a farmer, aren't you? And it's long, so it'll tuck deep down into his trousers, keep his core warm, keep his lumbar warm. It's got beautiful flat stitching on it. So the stitching here, I mean, Ian can't feel that; it just feels like the fabric. But the stitching doesn't occur on the top of the shoulder where the rucksack would be. It occurs off the shoulder. Then you've got more seaming down the side, but not anywhere near here where the rucksack strap would be. So in terms of the thought process on this, they've thought about all the things that could make this irritating to wear, and they've taken those things away. Ian, if you put your arms out, you'll see that the sleeves are nice and long. You have veins in your wrists here with no fat over them. And if these veins are allowed to lose heat, you lose the muscular control here and your fingers don't work very well. So it's important in base layers to have this part of your arm covered. So it's not just a base layer, it's a really clever base layer. How does it feel?
Great, yes. I mean, this one's a bit big for me, but...
Feels nice next to the skin?
Yeah.
Good, okay. Now I'd just like Ian to pull his top up slightly and for the camera to pan down slightly. You can see that Ian is modelling here, as Superman would, his underwear on the outside. Now, I just want to talk about the importance of this. If you're doing long days in the hills and you're wearing all this gear and then you're wearing cotton underwear, the cotton underwear, as you know, I'm sure from experience, will get damp. And if you're out in the mountains for several days, that dampness can actually result in getting very sore and can result in chafing. If you wear this kind of underwear, what happens is all these other bits stay dry and it avoids that chafing. And if I were going mountaineering this winter, which I am, and I was going to go out for several days, which I am, I would make sure I'm wearing some highly breathable underwear here to avoid any of that discomfort. So folks, this is Rab. They're really good at what they do. This is MeCo. It's a blend of merino and Kokona. Benefits: warm, quick drying, doesn't smell, beautiful to wear. Downside: it's expensive. But if you really care about all this, you may as well invest.
Yep.
Happy?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, folks.